Hello everyone and welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration playthrough. And today is gonna be the day we finish bioscience, hopefully. I hope so. As I promised yesterday during the last stream, we are not gonna be finishing connecting this before some more people join, for those who want to watch it. And in the meanwhile, let me just prepare. Just prepare the deliveries. These are the outputs, and we can just copy any blank data card input to prepare for the delivery. Like that. Copy with tiles and train stop names. Just plop it down here. And data cards should be arriving swiftly. I'm gonna invert the balancer here. Oh. Okay, should be working now. These are connected to these, and this is connected to these, and we are balancing, and we need 3 belts. How should we pass them? Where should we pass them? I think somewhere here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do it here. 5 here and 5 here. Something like this. Oh, was it 6? Man, it was 6. 5 here. And 6 here. I'm blind. Officially blind. 6 here. And copy that. No. Let's not drag it. That, and that. Not gonna remove the combinators yet. And from here, we can do it like this. Probably. And come from here. Yeah, I think that's good. One tile of hole, just because. So it looks like a dedicated road. Oh, no data cards? Oh, is that a thing? Okay, we lost our data cards. Okay. Yeah, it can't find any data cards. We aren't producing data cards. We need Polish data substrates. And for that we need to be evacuating cosmic... What? Oh, the issue has been slightly different from the one I thought. So here is... yeah, I think when we placed the supercharger, we have removed... Or not, for some reason this belt is not here. I mean, this underground tile is not here. So let me just go and place it. Okay, before that, let's finish connecting here. Let's finish connecting these so that the cards are ready. And then I'm gonna fix a bunch of stuff and come back here in a little bit of time to connect everything. Bam, 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 bam. Do we have enough belts? Not really. We don't really have enough belts. And there is a problem here. Yes. Should we use undergrounds instead then? I mean, it doesn't really... Oh, we're gonna have enough. Just enough. Okay, they are not plugged in, because as promised, I'm waiting again for everyone. But they're ready. In the meanwhile, let me fix that black data card production issue. Oh, the construction planner, no. It was here. Yeah, where it's blinking. And before plugging everything, I have an idea of something we could be doing. Preparing for the Bioscience 4. Okay, now the water is able to be evacuated. I don't know how this tile got removed. Okay, let's actually go back to Nauvis, and have some stuff here. Let's go back to Nauvis, and let's start preparing the next. What? Where did you go back? Because charging? Because there was a small position without network. Basically, as soon as I entered this outside of network area location, all the bots were like, oh, we don't know where to deliver the items. So they went back and deposited, and as soon as I entered it, another group of bots came and took the items for the personal logistics. Let me just fix that by placing down a supercharger, so everything here is covered. As you can see, the robots are slacking around these. Let's surround the roboports with the superchargers so that they can charge on their way easier. Okay, so what I wanted to do is to first drop down some stuff, the space stuff, which we are not going to be needing for now. So disable the logistics, and we are going to do some Nauvis preparations. And let's also drop some of the items we have here. I'm going to be dropping these. I think acids could be dropped as well. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, and let's go back. Oh, these, and these, and these, and these, and these, and these, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's go back. Let's also deposit some scrap. The factory I'm gonna prepare is gonna be the factory we don't have yet. We haven't unlocked it yet, which is gonna be the epoxy. And for the epoxy, we could be preparing all the buildings because we know how it should be. Disable this, and the reason why we know how it should be is because we have this wonderful planner, factory planner mod. So I'm gonna go to the temporary TMP. Where's TMP? I can go to the launch. So remove the sorry, not epoxy, but it actually was epoxy. But before, let's check exactly how much epoxy we need, because in this bioscience, as you can see, we have the decomposition for the cards, and this is just the catalogs, right? But if we check the sciences, I think, yeah, I have a factory with all the sciences, and as you can see, we need an additional amount of epoxies for the science itself, because the science 4 requires epoxies, 256 epoxies for the targeted SPM. So we need to add this number, 256. That's a round number, a power of 2, to the requirements here. So 256 plus 470, that's the amount of Vitalic Epoxy per minute that we need, at least that amount. So that gives us about 726, exactly 726. 726. So let's see here. Let's see, 726 of epoxy, because they're hard to make. So I'm gonna go with the exact amount for now, and let's see what we need for these. Let's see let's check the decomposition. Yeah, that's let's go with half a belt. Let's go with half a belt. And we kind of need like one belt for half a belt of these. Which is let me see. Should be kind of doable. Not quite 1-to-1. Not quite. And that's gonna be the final boss. That's gonna be the final bio boss. That sounds, for some reason, that sounds really nice. Has a nice ring to it. Oh, I had forgotten to take the all the Nauvis components to work with. They are at the space station, the belts, and such. And we could also be bringing the train, the builder train already. And let's see here. So we need kind of one belt of each of these, and we're gonna make them, yeah, so to say one belt, but in reality it's gonna be like direct insertion right in front. We can go 1-to-1, but then we're gonna be limited by the amount of chemical plants and not by the amount of, I mean the chemical plants for the reagent and not by epoxy if we limit by this number. So where is the chest? This is the one. Or we can do 2-to-1, just overkill and not worry, but... Okay, and then we need acid for them as well. Not much, not much. And both, one notable thing is that both acid and reagent require vitamelange extracts. So they're kind of on the same level of the chain. So we produce spice into extract, then we consume extracts twice in order to transform them into acid and reagent, into two different chains on this same level. And then they both get combined with with the sulfur and such. Yeah, all of this is easily obtainable. Volcanic blocks. That's a lot of. Yeah, we're using this one fully, so. And we don't have. Yeah, we don't have the vitamelange itself because it's a bit. It takes time to get acquired, which is okay. We just need to check whether we are properly acquiring it. Let's check Atonoi. And we are. You can see there's like one belt. Yeah, this needs expansion. This needs some freedom. Let's get a bit of these, and let's call the builder train at the same time. We're gonna be needing a bunch of stuff. Okay, and while this is being prepared, let's try to plan out the factories. Okay, man, that's that's hard work. So 4-to-1, right? But then again, 21 multiplied by 4 is 80, like 84, 85, and here's 81. So okay, let's target the limitation by these. It's no big deal. It's gonna be a bit less than 1.3k, which is fine. It's gonna be well enough for all our needs. And with higher productivity models in the future, we could just replace the productivity models, and the ratios will align themselves even better to match our requirements. I'm gonna grab whatever is gonna be necessary. Maybe not these. Do we need these? 50 of them. Do we have 50 of them? We have like 40, so let's take a bit more. We need 105 more. 100 more than 100 of assemblers. So how many do we have? Train, please don't go anywhere. We have 100, so let's grab a bit more, and kind of undergrounds are gonna be necessary, I think. Belts. And that's it. Everything else we have, I think. Okay, how should we make it? So we need a lot of chemical plants, by the way. We need like have 50 here, but the train should go back and bring us more. So let's see. For so 4 chemical plants to make extracts. Let's start with this one. Let's have 4 chemical plants to make extracts. Okay. Now, they need to be outputting into 1 or 2, if possible, of these. And this is for one machine. So how many assembling machines we need for one to divide by 21 by 6.8? And it's like 3. Yeah, it's 3. 3 machines are. I mean, one of these could feed 3. So we can overkill with just having like 1. We can be having 1 of these, and it requires 3.2K, and 4 machines produce. Okay, you know what? What we can do here is we can right-click here and set force machine limit to have 4. And this will automatically adjust the requirements. It's unfortunately it's not gonna adjust here. I think we kind of have to get it here. Okay, for one machine. This is if we set it here, we can see for one machine how many of others do we need. So we need less than 1 of these and 1.2 of these. So maybe we can fit 2 actually. Maybe we can fit 2. But you can see that these 4 machines are going to be producing about 500 vitamin extract a minute. 4 machines produce 500, so 1 machine produces like 120. So we need 2 machines feeding into acid 1. And everything else feeding, 3 of them feeding into the extract 1. Into the 2 extracts. How should we make it? I feel like the direct insertion here is not no, it's actually possible. If we have basically this Vitalic acid is going to require 1 and something machines. So 1 machine could be fully inputting the stuff, and we could have another machine here which could be inputting to the chest, and that's gonna be inputting chest is a bit weird. Okay, this could be outputting to a belt, and we could be having 2 of these machines producing the reagent after right here, or direct insertion. Maybe direct insertion is the way. Something like this. This output here, and this also outputs into this one. But in this case, it's going to be hard to give priority to this machine and have this one prioritized over. No, I think it's fine. It's fine. It's gonna balance itself out because this one is gonna be producing non-stop, and it's gonna be taken very fast. Okay, so this is gonna be the setup. Hey everyone, welcome back. I started a bit late today. Actually, I was worried that I couldn't be able to stream at all because, worried. I made you promise, guys, to continue today, and unfortunately, my girlfriend is very sick. So I almost had to take her to the hospital, but hospitals are closed. So we decided that, get some medication and try to wait until tomorrow. So, there's nothing I can do to help right now. And so I have decided to have a small stream, but I'm not gonna be staying too late today. So, yeah, but it's okay. It's nothing dangerous, but something that requires medical attention. I'm kind of glad it all worked out on both sides, for me and for her. So this is done. And here we need to put one machine combining these. That would be a good reason to stream. Yeah, of course, it would be a good reason. But in the end, the way it worked out is that it's not too urgent. Just we thought an examination would be good. We thought an examination would be required, but it's nothing too urgent. So it can wait until tomorrow, and this way I can stream a bit today, which is really there is nothing. Nothing is too crazy, I think. So yeah, of course, if it had to be, of course, real life is more important, especially when it's like health reasons. But the way it played out is quite fortunate, all in all. Okay, here we are preparing the build for the epoxy. for the epoxy, which we haven't teched yet. And I think we have done the hard part, except for the belts. So basically, the way to place these and kind of this like this, yeah, just like this. Yep. And it needs sulfur, and these need vulcanite, and these need, oh man, they need so many resources. Okay, this belt is out of place. Actually, it could be placed here. This could be like this. Like this, and this one could be providing us with an input for these two. And we could even be having a second one. No, we can't really be having a second one. Unless we take from here, and this belt is gonna... There's no space. There's no space. Okay, hold on. So this could be the vulcanite block. This could be the vulcanite block. This could be the vulcanite block. And this could be what's needed for this acid. So we need glass, actually. Oh, we actually need only glass. Okay, okay, it's cool, it's cool. This is glass, and this is vulcanite acid. Vulcanite acid? That doesn't make any sense. Vulcanite block. This is vulcanite block for these two machines. Extract is coming from behind for both. So the acid, sorry, the glass is here, and we only need to pipe in the acid itself. Can be done easily with advanced fluid handling, like this. And all we need now is to produce the spice right in front of these. So how many machines? We have 4 of these. I have limited to one building, to one output building. So for 4 of these, we need 5 assembling machines producing spice, which are gonna fit very nicely indeed. Oh, not nicely, not too nicely, because they have the same size of 3. 5 machines, is it? Yeah, it's almost exactly 5. It's fine. You can just extend like this. Extend a bit the tile. And this could be even like, just to properly continue. These are gonna be the spices. Spice. And they could be like this. If each single one of them outputs into two machines, like this. This outputs into this one, because it's 5 to 4, so we can just overkill by having 2 hands out of each assembly machine, except for the last one, like this. Yeah, and these need roast. How many? 3 industrial furnaces for the roast. 3 industrial furnaces, and yeah, and these require some kind of. No, it's fine. Let's place. Let's start from the bottom. Oh, perfect! And this fits very nicely. The tiling on this is a rectangle. Roast. Oh, yeah, roast needs to be outputted into chests for balancing issues again. So one machine could almost... One machine... How can they be balanced? One is not enough for 2. So something like this, right? This machine outputs here, this machine outputs here and here. Main is this one, but it's gonna help. I think it's okay. I think that's okay. So the idea is that they buffer their outputs up to 100, and these outputs get distributed like this. So because the ratios are correct, these are gonna auto balance themselves. I'm even gonna allocate three spaces. These should buffer themselves nicely. Let's place. Did I forget productivity models anywhere? No, I don't think so. Okay, and then all we need is we can actually kind of. How many pulverizers? 1.6. Okay, 2 pulverizers. And again, we could actually be using this chest. 1 for 2, 1 for 2 for the buffering. Here, even a bigger chest would be better to ensure this 100 input as fast as possible. Or instead of having bigger chests, we could be having more chests. The steel ones, these ones. Something like this. Let's have output into 2. Like this. These output into 4 chests, and each of these machines, or like each of these machines have 2 stack inserters. Or maybe we should make it. Maybe we should make it 3 or 4. 4 is even better. 4 is even better. Like 4 per machine. So like this. There's gonna be 4 buffers per furnace. That is to ensure that there's as much hands as possible which input into these machines to very quickly add 100 vitamin nuggets to minimize their idling, as explained yesterday on this side. That's the idea. Okay, and that's gonna be the preparation for the recipe we don't have yet. The epoxy. We could be already shipping some required items here. So what do we need? We need vulcanite blocks, sulfur, glass, and sulfuric acid, and of course these. So let's now unleash the numbers. So this is how much we need. We need 21 chemical plants in total, so we need to copy that once on the left hand side. Let's also copy the output while we are at it. Yeah, easy. And oh, I forgot the beacons. I forgot the beacons again. These ones. Can we beacon? Oh, you know, we can actually beacon the full build here. Full build could be beaconed like this. It goes a little bit beyond, but if we add a tile, basically when we copy this one to the bottom, it should not touch here, or we can just copy the beacon above and let's make sure we're not in the range of this one, like this. Yeah. So this covers this whole half. And because we did that, we could do this. Unfortunately, we have to leave some gaps in order for them not to overlap. So now we could be just tying it like this, and the beacon should be covering everything because it fits nicely in the radius of the beacon. Let's now just make sure that. Oh, I think some belts are missing. These okay, the glass is here. By the way, how many belts of each? Maybe we have oh, hold on a second. Some belts are missing indeed. So we're gonna be needing 2 belts of sulfur, and that's perfect because we have 1 on each side, so 1 belt of sulfur could be here. Oh, it's fine, could be copied like this. This is gonna be sulfur. Oh, copied like this. Sulfur here. This is done. This needs volcanic blocks. It's done as well. Volcanic blocks are coming in from this belt. From this belt are gonna be no, sorry. Volcanic belt is the middle one for these. Right, 7K. Oh, we need 2 belts. 7K is more than 2 belts, so we need 2 belts on each side. 1 and something. Yeah, this is not gonna be enough. I mean, we could try and fit 1 belt here. So let's see. Can we fit? It's gonna be a bit wacky. Basically, if we wanted to fit, we need to have it come like here somehow, and then like here, and then we can be taking from here and here. Can we make a belt come into both? I mean, we could with some maybe splitter magic. These have to be here. This one could be like this. Okay, I'm gonna do something wacky, something crazy. Get ready, ready your eyes. I mean, close your eyes. It's gonna be a little bit spaghetti-ish. So this belt is gonna go here. It's gonna get duplicated again. One of them is gonna go here, and one of them is gonna go here. So we can draw from here and we can draw from here. So this belt is basically shared. Do you like my art? It's functional. It's functional. Or instead of having this splitter, it could be even more fancy. It could do this. Could this one go even higher? No, it can't. It has to be here, which is okay. We can just do this. Even more fancy. A belt which is coming from this side, it has to pass through this tile and through this tile and get inserted. So this belt as well as this belt, they are not like next to each other. They are gonna be the ones for the volcanic blocks. That has some funny looking. One less splitter is better overall. Splitters are bad. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. It's so weird looking that that I enjoy because it's working. I mean, it should be working. So this one is connecting these, and if we duplicate that, I believe everything is gonna be connected. Yeah, we can see every of these 5 lanes is connected above, which makes it functional, tileable. How about here? Yeah, you also need vulcanite blocks. You need vulcanite blocks, but not much, not much. How can we provide vulcanite blocks to you? It's a bit hard to provide vulcanite blocks here. It's a bit hard. How did we do here? We made them go. Yeah, because here we have 3 and not 2. It's a bit harder to provide. In that case, I think we can limit the amount of chests. We don't need that many, I think. It's gonna be 2 chests per this. Maybe it's gonna be enough. Haven't calculated that. I just overshot it, maybe thinking that maybe like overshooting is never too bad of a thing, but in this case we cannot afford that. So let me just copy. Okay, and do this. So now these are able to get vulcanite. Okay, and these need these only need the Vitamelange. 3 belts is gonna be good. Yeah, 3 belts. Like here, exactly the same. Oh, but hold on a second. Hold on a second. They cannot fit. I mean, we could space them in a way that they fit. Like, no, they are too fat. That's these machines are. I mean, the 3 belts could be behind. That's not a big deal. Yeah, let's go with that. Like considering like we have space thanks to the distance with the beacon, the required distance. And let's just do 2 and even do 1 and then copy paste. How fast? We need like 2. No, we need 1 Vitamelange for 2 nuggets. So let's have 1 inserter for this one. Let's have 2 inserters for the second one, and again 2 inserters for the third one. Something like this. So we are sure that we are properly feeding this machine. Okay. 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 This is gonna be the build for epoxy, and as promised, I haven't connected the black data cards in the science build yet. For those who wanted to show to see the plugin, so we can go do that right away. This needs to get stuff. Do we have any sulfuric acid? We do have acid, by the way. How many do we need? We need nothing. So we don't need to have acid come here. We could be already. Let me just set up the stations in order to like have everything already here. Yeah, this is a copy, a requester of vulcanite blocks. How many blocks are we gonna be needing? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 belts, but in reality, it's it's around 3 belts of consumption. Sorry, yeah, it's 3 belts of consumption, but we need to split them into 5 belts because it's like 1 and something basically, which is fine. Have 5 here, but they're not going to be used all of them at once. We need sulfur, which we don't have, I think. Yeah, we don't have sulfur. So let's steal some sulfur set up from somewhere. Could be the mole. Perfect. The mole is the reference. The mole. The old mole. And we need to rebalance it the other way around. So let me copy this. Balance changes. Balance changes. To the top. And this is unnecessary. This as well. And these pipes as well. Okay. Yeah, we could be using this one. Way better. So we don't even need all. We don't need these. Just gonna keep the one on the. Because this one is used for the balancers. Are we good, by the way? Yeah, the train should be coming. The train should be coming. Serving the vulcanite. Vulcanite, sulfur, and we need glass. Do we have glass? I think we do. Yeah, we have to have glass here. And we use 3 belts. We already used 3 belts, so let's, you know what, let's not. Let's just deliver more. Stations are copy-pastable and they deliver resources when necessary. And that's it. Here, oh? Hold on a second, the balancing is not working. Oh, it's not connected to the chest. For some reason. Now it's working. It's fine. We are gonna be drawing from the top one anyways. But this was a copy from the... Oh, it's because we copied from the Nauvis. Nauvis. The mole. And we have replaced the storage chest with the normal chest. And this is why it has been a small issue. This is done, this is done, this is done. We need... So 4... No, not 4. 5.4. We need 5 balls of this. So we kind of need 2 stations. We need 2 stations for the Vita Melange. So let's copy these 2 like the way they are. And then only the output one. We only need the output one. And the output one here is going to be copied from the supply of that. And we're done. Man, the stations copy pasting is getting easier and easier as my muscle memory remembers what needs to be changed. Hopefully. But of course, never... the mistakes are always here. Okay. So we have inputs, we have output, and we just need to wait for Vita Melange to buffer elsewhere before it could be delivered here. As you can see, the trains are ready to buffer this location, and actually this is a buffering of Vitalic Regent here. Once Vitalic Regent is buffered, then Vita Melange will be buffered here, and once it's buffered here, it's going to be coming here, and we just need to increase the mining of it in the future at some point. That's okay. In the meanwhile, let's go back to space. Hopefully everyone who wants to see the plugin of Bioscience is here. And the work has been done on the epoxy. It's gonna be easy to copy-paste. So yesterday we had one mistake. I went with 3 total mistakes. The lack of plugin of Blank Data Cards does not count because it's delivery. So we are at 1 mistake for now. Let me deposit everything here. Everything Nauvis. Again, these basic beacons. Yeah, we can destroy them if necessary. And we're good. Yeah, let's go. Is there an issue with deliveries? No, this rocket is not moving simply because we need nothing. We are not taking anything. Every production has been kind of stopped. Nauvis orbit is and autosave as we arrive. Take the stuff. Make sure we have enough of everything. Bots are actually coming from far away. Okay, and let's go finish the Bioscience 3. And can we... What do we need to take the science itself? We're gonna ninja build some of it. We need regents, and that's all. So basically we have everything in space to build it. Perfect. Ninja build of the Bioscience Pack 3. Just enough to make the researches. Okay, Remember here yesterday, guys. So for those who have arrived, I have just added the station for the blanket cards and brought the belts. I have left the common areas here, and that's where we left yesterday on this build. So all we need to do, hopefully, is to unplug these. I haven't touched anything else, and see whether all of these starts working. And hope you're ready, because I am. Let me prepare already the fixing, necessary fixing, and let's go. Remove these and send. These two belts are going to be used for the science 4. So hopefully 3 sciences are going to be working. So here, oh, we can see that the genetic data is properly producing. Is it producing fast enough though? Is it stopping sometimes? Oh yeah, Revan. I haven't downloaded the mod yet. I had forgotten to download the better what's the name? The tooltip mod. Gonna do it at some point. But we can see that the machine. Oh no, it's only red. Okay, I think that requires 3 inserters. Again, it's not a mistake. It's just an optimization, just to make sure we're working 100% of the time. Bottleneck light, yeah, thank you. This one. I'm gonna download it shortly. Maybe right after the stream. So this way, the next day, I'm not gonna forget it. Okay, the genetic card is here. So why are you not working? So do we have... Okay, biomass has been produced. Look, the genetic card is split. It has arrived... the nutrient vat is being produced. The genetics cards have arrived here. So we can see that we are properly producing biocultures. Never mind the recipe not working 100% of the time. It should be balanced. This is an overkill, basically. That's why it's not working 100% of the time. These should be working 100% of the time. So we can see that these are not working, because you are not working, because you don't have biosludge. Okay, first mistake, I think, is the lack of biosludge for this one. So why? Oh, because the pipes are too short. Okay, so first mistake. Second mistake is that pipes here are required to connect these buildings. Okay, so now these should be working. All of them should be working. It's a small mistake. I would say it's like a half a mistake. Look at it go. Hey, Faustus. Yeah, you have arrived right at the moment when I have decided to plug in everything. We have just plugged it in. No mistakes, only happy little accidents. Indeed, indeed. So, to summarize, until now, there has been a mistake yesterday. Don't remember which one, but there was one mistake yesterday. Today's mistake was a lack of this connector between the buildings to pass in the biosludge. And why are you stopped? Nutrient gel, which needs cosmic water. Do we have any production issue of cosmic water? No, there is cosmic water here. Hold on a second, what's going on? Cosmic water? Cosmic water. You should be coming in here. You're full. So why are you not going there? Cosmic water? It's not coming in here. It's hard to find. Okay, it's this one. It's this one. This cosmic water, for some reason, is not going... Oh, the pump is looking the other way. Mistake number 3. This pump was looking towards the bottom, when it should be looking towards the top. Mistake number 3. So these are back to working. I wonder how did they manage to get the buffer, initial buffer? Maybe I pressed R. Maybe, oh, if look at the pump. If I press Ctrl R to open the factory planner. Oh no, okay, it doesn't get rotated. I don't know how. Okay, but these are working. So the biomass is flowing. Let's see on the cards side. So here it expects biomass. So why biomass is not coming in? Oh, it has just started to come in. Oh, okay. There is a priority over these cards. The biomass is going on to these cards first. So until we buffer this belt, the biomass is not gonna go. Why have we decided to have a priority here? By the way, are these important? Are these important? Biocombustion data. Biocombustion data. Let me check. Biocombustion data. No, we need Tran 35, so only for catalogs. So these are actually not important. I mean, that's not a mistake. It's just I'm not sure why there is a priority, but let's remove it so we don't have to wait until this belt is full for the what's her name? Biomass to go to the right. I mean, the belt is gonna be full shortly anyways, but still. Let's see. So the most concerning for me would be the right-hand side, where we are producing intermediate recipes. So why are you not working? You are lacking genetic data. Oh, missing belt, classic. Missing a tile, a belt of a tile of belt, a belt of tile. Very classical mistake. I think that's due to the tiling, like copy paste and tiling. So I think it's number 4 or 5. I mean. And hold on. Why there are modules here? Why do we have modules in this chest? What's going on? Oh, maybe the control. Okay. I had when I have put the modules into the factories, I have put some in the chest, and this is why this inserter could not input any more cards, because it has a like insert up to 100 objects, any objects in the chest. So now we could be producing. And VAT as well. Man, this part has been working since the beginning. This second one just needed biomass. Here are the biosludge and cosmic water. But the third one has additional problems. Or 2 belts at the bottom. Okay, tiling issues. The same tiling issues. And the card evacuation here. Okay, so basically we could encapsulate the mistakes here under a single group. Tiling problems. So one mistake. Bad data card output of the machine on the right is going to nowhere. Bad data card output. If you're talking about the junk data card, I have just fixed one. Maybe that's the one. Okay, okay. Okay, good. I have noticed like at the last moment as well. You're still not working, so why don't you have the... Oh. Oh yeah, it's again because of the lack of tiling. Okay, not properly tiled at all. This factory has not been... but again, it's a complex one, in my defense. But still, it's a mistake. It's a big mistake. Are these... Oh! This one is not beaconed. So let me shift this one here so this part is beaconed. I mean, shouldn't be too impactful, but okay, this is a big mistake. There are 2 belts missing from this one, and these are the iron plates and glass. So the same as here. Okay, yeah. The reason is that at first I wanted to make the nutrient vats all here, all for the factory at the same place, but then I have switched. I have changed my mind to make the self-contained builds of biomass and experimental biomass. So this had us. Has us a change. Let's do it like this. This has us change here in the way that we need to belt all of this now to the top. You chests are kind of in the middle. Okay, good. And come in here. And this is your final destination. Pam, pam. Okay, I'm so optimistic with my 3 mistakes. I want to believe. I want to believe in myself. Can you blame me for trying to believe in myself? I would blame myself too for trying to do so. I am blaming my optimism. Okay, this is connected, so these should be getting the nutrient VAT. Now, why they're not getting the experimental genetic data card? That is another issue. And this one should be coming in from here. Okay, so you're not getting built because you need biochemical data. You have genetic one, but you don't have biochemical, so this is the belt. Oh, it's because it prioritizes the right-hand side, which is okay, but it's not getting built because it's spice. The spice is not flowing. The spice is not flowing. And is the spice should be... Okay, so we have already some... Okay, we had just some issue at the beginning, not a tiling problem. And why the spice is not flowing? This is spice, right? Oh, because of the missing belt. Classical. The classical mistake. Okay, spice is now flowing, as it should. Why don't you have biomass? Oh no, you have buffered output. It's fine. Okay. So these are producing, and it's perfect. They are needed in the next factory. They are needed in experimental genetic data, and experimental genetic data is needed in experimental bioculture. And you still don't have nutrient VAT because you don't have nutrient gel. Did I never pipe nutrient gel? It's here though. Oh. Hold on a second. Experimental bioculture requires 3000 of nutrient VAT, and 3000 of nutrient VAT is a bit more than half of the nutrient gel, so like 40k. So yeah, I think this needs to get shifted towards the top here. The nutrient gel is here, but it's not properly oriented. I think I have moved everything towards one tile top, but I have never moved the gel. And because I've estimated the amount of 40k fluid per minute, that means we don't need pumps. We can be directly using the single chain of pipes. We don't need any pumps for that. Okay, so now they have nutrient VAT. Spice not flowing, ask the Pike Syndicate. I still have to... I have to watch the movie. Still haven't watched the Dune movie. It's on my to-do list. A very important to-do list. Hold on a second. Why you are not working? Oh. The tiling is imperfect. The tiling is imperfect. Oh, it's a tiling issue everywhere. And because of the beacon, these inserters cannot be here. Okay, let's move it. Let's move it here. Anyway, the copy is gonna be using the beacons. Let's move it under, and so we can do this. The spice was still not flowing. Okay, now it's flowing. The spice is back to flowing. Pike Syndicate is not from Dune? Oh, really? I have assumed that it was a Dune reference. My bad. I haven't seen the movie yet, that's why I'm not knowledgeable about it. Really? There's another reference to spice not flowing other than Dune? I am surprised. Star Wars reference. Pike Syndicate from Star Wars. You can face palm by noticing the extent of my culture. No, I do not. Is it from like Mandalorian or something? I don't remember Pike Syndicate at all. Unit. How is the biomass going? Genetic data. So why still no genetic data? Hold on. It's here. It's here. Experimental genetic data. So it was the second row. This one. Oh, it's empty? Or okay. The issue is here. Oh no. Okay, let me do this and do it like that. Okay, now it's flowing again. The new Dune movie was a letdown. I was expecting a full movie, not an intro. I was hoping for a full arc and was left without resolution. Really? It's like a beginning of some kind of movie series? I only heard good things about it. It's the first time I'm hearing that someone says something negative. I mean, I haven't really looked into all of the comments, but it's good to know. It's good to know. Pack Syndicate only have a few appearances: Book of Boba Fett and the Clone Wars series. Oh, okay. I think you are a specialist in Star Wars, more in depth than your average Star Wars enjoyer. So I feel less bad about myself about not knowing about Pike Syndicate. You are an expert. Revan. Ah! Now that you mention it. He's a Sith Lord. You're a Sith Lord. It's more about setting expectations. But is it good? Yeah, like, I mean, like it's not finished, but the intro part, is it still okay? Because I heard it was good. If you put aside the fact that it's not finished. You don't have a neutron gel as well. And how much do you need? You need 30k. You need 30k of neutron gel, which is also very easy. So let's branch out and get it to you. I mean, yeah, let's could do it the same way here. Yeah. Oh no, hold on. Where do you belong? Where do you belong? Okay. I'm doing vacuum cleaning. Oh, this is a bad location. Okay, let me vacuum clean a bit more. I've been vacuum cleaning there. Maybe in future we'll name my spaceship yard on your STR on Mandalore Hypernautics. Actually, some nice names is I'm gonna start write it down in some Discord channel. I'm gonna start collecting the names for some factory locations. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Oh, oh, nutrient gel piping has been already planned. It has been accounted for. So all we need to do is to connect the pipe here. These are the pipes for the gel. So we didn't even need to move this. The mistake was not as big as I thought. It was just the fact that this pump is not oriented correctly. That's all. That's all. That was that. So this is not needed. Okay. We are good. These are now working. How about you? You are not. Oh, you can't. You are not reaching your friends. So let us make it so they reach. Okay. Okay. So now experimental biomass is working. For your bioscience train stations, I recommend the Umbrella Corp as a name. Umbrella Corp. I'm again not good enough with the lore to remember where it comes from, but if you say so, I'm gonna believe you. You are now the reference in Star Wars. Umbrella Corp. Let's do it. Let's place a tag. Let's place a tag. Let's place a tag. It's gonna be Biosludge. The Umbrella Corp facility. Resident Evil? Ah, okay. Again, I'm not familiar with the series. I don't feel bad about not knowing it again. I mean, I'm familiar only by title, but I have never played Resident Evil myself. Only I have tried the fourth one at a friend's place when I was younger, on a GameCube, I think, with Leon. It was the fourth, right? With Leon, who had trouble rotating. You had trouble looking right and left. That's all I remember about Resident Evil. Umbrella Corp, I see. That's why bioscience. Okay. Developing viruses there. Sounds appropriate. Look at that! All the cars are now working. Except you. Oh yeah, and that's just a matter of the forgotten... Oh, and you as well. We need to add these. And you also need biomechanical data, which should be coming in from here. These belts are looking opposite from each other. Last fix? Question mark? Last fix? Question mark? No, significant biomass. Okay, the third one is also is having a bit of an issue. The problem here is the... Have we never evacuated? We have never evacuated the excess of experimental biomass. How much are they producing? 1.2 of these? Yeah, they can actually produce one full belt. So what we could be doing is to... I'm smelling the overflow. I'm smelling the overflow of the inventory. What we could be doing is we could be not having a filter here, just evacuating the both of them, and then this goes a little bit further, and here here we could be doing something. Hold on a second. How? What would be a nice way to do it? If we turn left here, ah, oh, wrong buttons. If we turn left here, we're going to be able to do this, and then this. But because of this tile, we're not going to be able to input it properly. Okay, let's put this tile here. Oh, okay, here, and then put this one here. And then we can be doing these. No. Ah. Okay, do this, and then do this, and then do this with the output filter on the left for this one, and going into here, here, and here, and this one is going to take input from the right. So evacuate the biomass from here and go into here. And now we are good to go. I remember I thought about this feedback loop, but I have never actually implemented it. Yeah, it's working. So now we're producing the significant biomass. And I think these are very fast. Oh man. Okay, now the inputs are always good. Okay, perfect. Yes, also not my kind of games. I like to play, but I think Umbrella Corp is nearly is a thing nearly everyone is familiar with, except me. I mean, I should have known. I should because I know Resident Evil as a franchise. I have played some games even like a bit, so I should have known. But I think you're right. Everyone must be knowing, except the most uncultured people there are. I made the same mistake on those machines. Speed underground, loop around, priority speed back in. Yep. Update output filters. Oh yeah, these ones. Now fix advanced neural gel. Oh yeah, you're right. Haven't noticed it at the top. And this one just requires the neural gel, which I have forgotten to pipe all the way up. So basically just take this. Oh, and this one is not properly rotated. I'm gonna take these and do something like where are you fitting? I mean, yeah, let's do it here. Whatever, good enough. Oops. 6. And you look top, you look on the right, and here you go. Advanced neural gel is working, and that's the last. That's the last of the intermediate products, and this should blank data cards. I'm sorry. This belt. Oh, we have a... What? What? Belt mistake. That's the first. Oh, I thought this... Okay, that's when you... remember I had a full discussion on how, like, if you consume from one belt, you're free to deal with only 2 and you can use the same lane for something else. Well, that still stands, but you need to be very careful, because the lane might end up being not what you thought it was at the beginning. Yeah. So let me check. I think we can just remove the splitter and it's gonna fix everything after we decontaminate. Oh, and oh yeah, I kind of remember why I did that. I wanted to use the excess of blank data cards. It was a second no, this one's good. We just need to evacuate the... Cannot... Just need to evacuate these. Okay. And let's remove these as well. What? Okay. Now we have long data cards. And let's put these into genetic data. They're required almost everywhere. And mostly into some of the, yeah, these ones. I'd like to get rid of them without having to delete them. Too much of these. Okay, let me place them. Ah, who wants genetic data cards? I'm distributing free genetic data card. Oh, these. Perfect. Oops. Who wants experimental genetic data cards? Okay. Done. Gotten rid of them. Let's check here. Yeah, now these are working. Tier 3 are working as well. I think those orange machines on the left are broken. Oh, yeah, you were talking about... Oh. Oh, they have a feedback loop as well, and oh no, it's been taken care of here, but it does need a. So yeah, this is not broken. It's fine. They're mixed, but the feedback loop is going here because this is full. This is okay. You can see the these need blank data cards, and these don't have blank data cards. Oh, yeah, the... this belt is... Hold on a second. This belt is also supposed to be blank data cards here. At least that's what I thought. But yeah, we have used these belts for the genetic data. And not for the blank data cards anymore. I have an idea. We could... instead, let's use this belt for these. This way we're gonna be able to do what I want to do with the card belt. And this is the last of them. Yep. Nah. Okay, and now we can have the black data card here, the belt here, which is gonna deal with excess. It's mostly outputting here, but its excess can be merged along with one, please, input on the left. It's gonna take the success from here and output it here, and that's gonna economize a little bit of like we can use this success in order to reduce this amount from these two belts, basically. Hot, warm, and juicy genetics indeed. Juicy genetics. Check orange machine inputs again. Orange machine inputs. Yeah, they take from this belt, but this belt is supposed to be blank data card and not the genetic ones. So let's do the same here. So these I'll put in priority to the left, and this belt, the excess, is gonna go to the top and output to the left for the orange machines. But after combining it, but saying input priority on the left, like this, and this should solve the issue. Okay, here we go. Genetic attacker. I almost want to shoot them, but they are used in a lot of places. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Are we good? Orange machines are working. These are yellow. These are working. These are yellow. These are yellow and these are working. Yeah. We are done with the factory of tier 3. So we should be having... Okay, final mistake. There is no cooling. There is no cooling. That's an easy one. So this is the cold one. Let's yeah, I'd like to use this side for the cold. That was a bit fast. Okay, and this one is gonna be the divide into 3. So it's gonna go here on this side and here on this side. The cold. Now the hot. There's we need all four of these. Not even this one. We need hot and we need cold. Hot one is here. Let's do it. Let's do a 4. Yeah, 1 to 4. This. Oh, perfect. Perfect positioning. Hot one is gonna can be it can be here, and then it's gonna go a bit everywhere. Oh no. The no. The cold one is this one, and the hot. This is gonna be the cold one, and this. Yeah, we can remove the contents from here. It's gonna be the hot again. 4 and here, and these 2. The evacuation of the hot, and now we need to provide. Oh, it doesn't have radiation exposure. Okay, we need to provide a cold one for these two for them to begin working. And cold one is this one. Do we have a tank for it? Oh, this is a case of Control Shift R. Okay, and let's provide a lane for it. Why are we scanning Nauvis? Oh, we wanted to check the wanted to check the size. How far are we from the edge? Oh, we have reached the edge. Oh, and we have nuclear issues again. What? Guys, it's cover X. It's cover X. It's cover X. What? What happened? Cover X issues. Oh, I can take it. I can take it in this on this mode. I think we are losing it. Not sure where it goes if we take it in this mode. Let me jump in. Okay, I'm gonna send you the blueprint, and you can you can send me the updated version. You can send me the updated version. I'm gonna send you all these, okay? You can send me your updated version. It was version number 123, I don't know. We had reworked it so many times. Why is the problem if our belt is full of nuclear fuel? Because we are checking the chest, and the chest is a buffer basically. The belt is a secondary buffer, but whenever this chest should always be full with fuel cells. But whenever we go below 1000, below 2 rows, then the alarm starts ringing, because we know that we should be having a full chest. Let me cover X. I think I have. I think I have the cover X already. If you type. I think we have the cover X already, but it's a minimal one. It's called Ultimate Talable Fast Cover X, but okay, let me post you the one I have just copied, so you can update it. Hold on. This export to string. Export to string. Copy. Okay. Here. You'll do a complete new failsafe thing. Okay, sure. Bear in mind the challenge. And the challenge was, for some reason, oh, I think I know why it happened. Is because we fixed the issues with the 238, but it required we need to fine tune these. Or no? Yeah, I'm not sure why these don't output anymore. But the challenge is that we want to have 0 cover X as the output. We don't, we don't want to have 60 of them sitting as the buffer of the cover X, basically. Yeah, so I'm not sure why they didn't get passed through, but I shall see. Shall check it when go back to Nauvis. So genetics data. Let me. Oh, no, not the data. The these. The cold thingy, and we could connect it here. Yeah, this is a good enough lane. Okay, and final one is here. Okay, so this catalog should be working. Now these catalogs aren't working because of one data card, one missing card, and we haven't even belted out the catalogs. We haven't belted these out. So let me check the radiation data card first. This one. Oh, it's was it radiation which was missing? No, I think it was yeah, radiation exposure data. This one, right? So basically it's just a belt issue. So it's this one, it goes all the way down. All the way down here. No, it's not the sorry, this one is not the radiation exposure. Oh, that's this one. And the radiation exposure is coming after we filter out. Oh, I get the problem. I think. Yeah, I get the problem. I explained it. We had avoided it below, but here, because we output the uranium on only one side of the belt, it's really important which side it is when we are putting it back in case of feedback loop. And unfortunately, it's on the wrong side, because the inserters, when they take from a belt, they first take from the closest side to them, which is here the top side, and only then they take from the bottom side. But since we have a full belt, which is always buffered because we don't consume it too fast, the top side is always going to be the one which is going to be drained, and never the bottom side. And here we do inject this lane on the bottom side, which is never used. So this is always stuck, permanently stuck. So here we just need to make sure that this uranium comes into the top side. And you can see already it starts being used up. Let me drain it a little bit more here, so all of these can be working. I had thought about this issue somewhere below for another feedback loop, but I forgot to do it here. Backed up. Yeah, it's backed up not because of the input priority, but it's because the lane where it was supposedly being inputted is never used. Like the half lane. Oh, this is bad. I shouldn't have done that, because it's gonna create a buffer here. But maybe it's gonna be okay. Maybe it won't have time to buffer. Yeah, no, that was a bad idea. Let me remove these. And let me just drop it below in the chest. So are these properly? Get my genetic data. Someone wants genetic data? Before I shoot it. Let me drop some items. Vitalic Regent. These ones. Blank data cards, of which we have a lot. And I don't think we have too much of other things except for the genetics one. Yeah, we have like just a bit of it. So are these working now? I don't see them working. Oh yeah, it's because we have never used them. So we have two belts which we need to be bringing towards the exports. Oh no, not enough belts. No, that's unfortunate. Let me grab everything from here and go back to base. Almost done. Almost done. We can almost research the tier 3 bioscience. I mean, we can research it already. We have the catalog. That's all we needed. Small catalog. And let me also put the machines in the chest. The unnecessary chest, the unnecessary machines, the overflow of them can be placed on land. Yeah, these. Plasma generator. Oops, not these. Thermodynamics. These are an overflow. And we are good. Okay, let's go back, finish. We have some belts. Let's go back, finish plugging in the data cards, the catalogs, and try to see if everything is working properly, which it should. Catalog should be producing non-stop. And let's handcraft some Bioscience 3 and unlock the Bioscience 4, unlock the epoxy, build the epoxy, ship it back, and have the science, have the catalog 4. Hopefully can finish everything. Yeah, so here we have catalogs, each one on a side of a belt. So I think from left to right is 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And here is the opposite. Should we? No, I think 1, 2, 3, 4 is good enough. I think here is the same one, lowest one on the left. So let's preserve the symmetry and just take from these. So this one is going here. Oh no, we need to split it first. Splitting it, this one is going here. This one is going here. Or actually like this. Perfect. They are going towards their own respective. Oh, perfect. Not perfect. I think this lane. Yeah, this lane. Which is fine. and anywhere here. Ah, jetpack. Remove the inertia. How come I don't have any landfill? I have taken everything from the chests, but did I accidentally misclick and deposited landfill, space landfill in the... Huh. I mean, we can steal some landfill actually. Landfill, not landfill. Now we have it. Not need much, just one lane of each. Huh? Oh, this was not the correct one. Okay. Oh no. Wrong lane. Hold on. Let's do... I think this one is also gonna be a bit problematic. Let's do this one. Okay. Landfill 1, Catalog 1 is in. Catalog 2 shortly after. Catalog 2 is in. Yep. And let's have Catalog 3 and 4 having the same fate. Yeah, let's copy this. So this one is 3. Catalog 3 is soon in. And Catalog 4, just for the sake of having a belt already. Catalog 3 is in. And Catalog 4 is gonna be in a small while. Okay, good. Good. Now, let's get some of the Catalog 3 and go bootstrap the science. And before we do that, we need to also pick some of the reagent, because we are not exactly... let's have a bunch. We don't really have enough of it. Why not just use filter splitter? True. Could have been using that. I don't know why. For some reason, when I need to take half of the belt, I'm always trying to think undergrounds to block the other half and take from one half. For some reason, splitter filter is not something that's coming to my mind naturally. For some reason. Let's wait until the delivery is done. And let's go build the science. So we need one machine. We need one space machine. And we can build this next to the other 2 tiers. Seriously, we have... How many... we have too many machines to build a single tier here. Okay, let's get you here. Oh yes, the insights. I mean, we could be using the insights from this bootstrap base. It's fine. So number 3. Hey. Could be putting a requester chest. I mean, a requester chest, not a provider chest. But actually, provider as well could be. Requester chest. Put these in here for now. and connect these. Connect these. Oh, and they need 2. Okay. I mean, it's right here. And significant data. And we are having the science 3. Awesome. Awesome. Bioscience 3 is here. Yeah, let's not put the junk here. And you are gonna be the output of the 3. Now let's plug it in and research the epoxy and whatever is remaining. Are you... Nah, it's fine. Wanted to put some modules, but in the end, it didn't even matter. It won't even matter. So the idea is that we are requesting it from here. Come in, come in, come in. You're very welcome. The Bioscience 3, you are very welcome. 200 is good. And we are requesting it. I mean, now it's actually... Everything here is actually doesn't make any sense anymore. Because we can have a requester chest. We can have a requester chest. The idea here was because we had 2 networks. One network here and one logistics network here. So basically we requested items from this logistics network, we built them into this logistics network, and then we bring them here. But now it's completely unnecessary because we can simply do this. And that's it. Yeah, that's unnecessary now. All of this is unnecessary. But that's okay. They can actually be providers now. Active providers? Nah, it's fine. And they're closer, so they're gonna serve. They're gonna unload everything for the science. And let's get to techs. 500 is everything. Let's get to the techs. So, epoxy, please. We can go back to Nauvis and finish the build. Catalog, please, and science, please. That's a milestone. That's a milestone for you. A big milestone. I mean, it's gonna be even bigger when we finish the number 4, the catalog number 4. But quite huge, quite huge. Oh no! No logistics. Have just dropped everything. Okay, and go back to Nauvis. Should we use this rocket? No, we shouldn't. It has just left. Oh yes, okay, so cover X. Cover X fixing first. Oh, we have landed. Oh yeah, we land anywhere. Hey, and science pack 4 going in. So, I think the only problem with cover X, because it has worked for days, for full real life days. So the only problem is that we have uranium which is not being outputted. So what I'm gonna do here is simply I kind of want to remove everything, but we basically want to remove everything. And the idea is that they only output they process the same U235 with it should be working without any additional input of it. and it should not buffer any of it at all. And I'm really surprised that it had stopped working after working flawlessly for so long. Okay, so these are bootstrapped. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, let's see the first one. I mean, whichever is finishing soon. So as you can see, here, for example, they are being fed, and one of them is always outputted at the end. We always output like the excess towards the end, and the cycle begins anew. And as you can see, there is never any U235, neither is the input or, of course, the output, because we don't buffer. The whole idea with this circuitry is that we don't have an internal buffer. That was the challenge, and that's why it has been reworked a bunch of times. And look at this, we have a bunch of stuff. The plague. What is this? France in 1700s? The great plague that eradicated all life from entire planets. Destroys biters, trees, fish, vitamelange, and more. Vitamelange. Humans will need life support to survive. The plague. Is it better than nuke? We'll need life support to survive. The plague. Self-sealing gel. Ah. Okay, and this is the last last intermediate resource of the bioscience, which is can only be made in space, right? Yeah. And Cymate Pack 4. Significant biomass advanced mineral gel. That's heavy. Nanomaterial. It requires all 4 sciences. That's gonna be the. It's gonna be cool. What's the use case for the plague? Do we need it? Range modifier 300%. So yeah, it does have range. It can be shot. It can be shot to another planet. Good to know. Good to know. Damage 50 plus 60 poison. Bioweapons. So, oh no, this is nuclear fuel. Yeah, Covarex is working. Look at it. Look at it working. And it's never backing up. The uranium is never backing up. It shouldn't. So, I really don't know what happened earlier. And the alarm has stopped. Okay, let's go plug let's go plug the epoxy and get it to Nauvis. Yep. The build is ready, however, I think we need... Oh, forgot to take the... Of course, forgot to take all the building materials. And we could be already sending the builder train there to prepare for the... no, hold on. Okay. Take the building materials, copy, paste, duplicate, and scale the epoxy production. Left. And configure trains to bring it to the station and ask it destination. It sounds like a lot of steps, but in reality it's gonna really take a low amount of effort because everything is ready. I have done the dirty work. you can just watch me speedrun the Bioscience 4. Speedrun, I mean, the work has been done. The work has been done. Speedrunning begins. Okay, train is here. Don't leave, please. Don't leave me. What do we need? Oh yeah, these. Mostly these chemical plants and inserters. Okay. I think it can go back already. Yeah. Let's send it back. Okay. Let's plug everything to make sure it's working. Oh, and the Vitamelange is an issue. Okay, you know what? Yeah, because these... oh, yeah, because we have started using the reagent. We really need to increase the Vitamelange production. But in the meanwhile, let me just steal it from here and put it... These two are Vitamelange. Let me steal it from the train. It's fine. It's gonna go to the station until empty, and it's gonna be empty, so it's no problem. And this train as well, just so we get some epoxy. Okay, the initial amounts. Let's plug the stuff. Oh, I should have taken some belts, I think. It's fine. Oh, let's bring the sulfuric acid from the left side. Somewhere here. Okay, here. Oh, it was pretty far. Pretty far. Look at how far the blue ones go on Nauvis. Space ones are not as far. I think there is a request pending on the mod portal of the person who made advanced fluid handling to add tiers for the space for the space one, but it's not too huge of a deal, because it would be nice to have them as long. Okay, yeah, before plugging, let me check that everything is properly working. Yeah, let's just connect them like this. And this is almost the final build. Oh no, it can be like this because it needs to. Okay, let's have them in front of each or every two. Every two tiles, so they cover, because they cannot cover the holes. I mean, they're gonna be, yeah, let's do it like this. Put one here, and then when we tile, it's gonna be better. Okay, belts. We could already be making the left one. Oh, they don't overlap like they were supposed to, but it's fine. We can have this, and instead of having two output lanes, we can just do this. Like this, and we have only one. They are not going properly into their. It's fine. We can use the red ones. Like this. Okay, good. Okay, let's not make any mistakes. Let's not make any mistakes on the... Which are which? Merge with splitter. Oh, you mean to use only one? Use a green one and... but I think they're not very fast. Oh, we can be assigning the item now. I don't think they're fast. I don't think they're fast anyways. Like they produce one every 4 seconds even with modules. That's not what I would call fast. By the way, speaking of, where are all the modules? Did I drop them? I was sure. Oh, I have made a chest with stuff. I have made the chest to drop some stuff temporarily, like somewhere at the top. Yeah, here. Here is my stuff. The space scaffolding and speed models, which is fine. Let's just grab some more models from the model base. And in the meanwhile, let's also drop some. Should we? Okay, models can be done later. Actually, models are gonna make us slower to build everything because robots are gonna need so much more time to recharge. So let's build everything without models first. It's still gonna be pending, but it's gonna be fine. Connecting first. Okay. Speedrun. My concentration when I'm doing speedruns is out of this world. Okay. Belts in. By the way, I have never ever done the achievement, finish the base game in under 8 hours. That's how much of a speedrunner I am. How many of you guys did this achievement just for the sake of having the achievement? I want the achievement, but I don't feel like I'm able to to build a factory fast enough. I mean, after enough training and blueprinting and copy pasting and even like reloading, maybe it's possible, but I don't know. Playing against time was never my forte. Why? What? Train limit 2? Why? Oh, never connected. Oh no. Never connected the chests. Copy paste of the storage one. It's fine. You can go to the stacker. Oh, you're kinda okay. You're going to the supply and then go to the stacker, and you're going to the stacker directly. Okay. My first ever satellite launch was 24 hours. Then I went straight to SC. Might go back and try it sometime. Yeah, I always kind of played with mods, so the Steam achievements, it's... I'm thinking about having them someday, but not a priority. I made it in 10 hours, but not in 8. Also, pre 1.0 patch. Ah, I see, so you have tried. You have tried to rush it. Vulcanite, yeah, let's go. Let's go. So the idea with Vulcanite is that have 5 belts, but we need like 1 here. Okay, let's have the Vulcanite very close to the... Let's have actually 1 belt here. Going here. Yeah, this is the Vulcanite. And then let's bring it all the way there. And let it go to the other way. And these 4 belts are gonna be the ones which are going into these 4 locations. But why not have them all next to each other? And yeah, let's use these ones. Haven't even checked. No, that's correct. Oh my, could have been a contamination. We don't have belts. Build our train, please. No, come here rather. Just to make sure you can turn back. Okay. What are we missing? Yeah, models, of course. So these are good, and we just need glass into these two. We need glass, and I think for the glass, it's one belt. Yeah, one belt is enough. Nah. Pum. And I think I'm gonna... How many? 50... oh, yeah, a lot of these. And also a lot of inserters, I guess. A lot of these. Okay. And you can go back. Let's do it like this. And the glass can come in from here. Oh, not the prettiest shape. Okay, you know what? Glass is gonna be coming from here. And here, not that far, it's gonna be... What? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! This is glass. Contamination has been made in the end. It's fine, it's a small one. And that's why you plug before duplicating everything. The volcanic in the middle is looking good. It has some kind of, I don't know, evil design. Oh, and we need storage chests. We need a lot of storage chests. Yeah, we have to... Okay, before we go there, I think everything else should be okay. Let me just check. Basically, we do sulfur. Oh yeah, we have sulfur. How many sulfur do we need? We need 2 belts. Perfect. These ones, right? Yeah. Where should we be bringing them? I think... Kinda... I mean, we have these 2 spaces, but... It's gonna be hard. We have 1 lane here. I mean, yeah, we need only... It's only 2 lanes, so... It actually can... Ah, no, it's fine. And 1 lane here. What we could do is something like this. We have 2 lanes around the glass. Looking weird, right? Looking weird. You know what? 1 more update for the glass. Here, and here we can have sulfur. It's a little bit better, I think. But we have to turn here. And here we go. We should be having epoxy now. Unfortunately, it doesn't have productivity models yet. It's fine. Okay, let's now. We are sure that everything is working, and the most important part is confirm that beacons are... Yeah, beacons are okay. Okay, so now we can duplicate everything. So how many times? How many times? We need 21 machines, and this is 4. So I think 20 is okay. Yeah, we don't need full half a belt. 20 is okay. So 5 times. So this is okay, right? 2. So we don't need these anymore because these cover the whole 2 tiles perfectly. They are perfectly covering everything. And let's just duplicate this one 1 time. Oh. Oh no, there is an issue. There's an issue with these belts here. There's an issue with these belts in the middle. Yeah. These ones. The glass should be straight. Glass should be straight here. So let's make it straight. So how many does that make? That makes 8 machines. 8 machines. So we need to duplicate all of these once. Yeah. Ah, rock in the way. Nope. Hold on. Like this. Yeah. And then we can duplicate only the bottom section. 20. 6. Yeah, 4. 4 more. And this is 4. Okay. Good luck, bots. Counting on you. And let's see what machines do we need. So we need chests, of course, modules. And weirdly enough, we need... Huh? Oh, the robots are out of energy. Because the robots are out of energy, we cannot even see what we need. And the robots are still trying to charge, so let me disable this favor. Okay. That's a lot of machines. While the robots are charging, let's go and bring some modules. Also, deposit some stuff. Could be we could be passing by the mall on the way back and picking up the remaining items. Let's delete the stone. I actually want to shoot some stuff. These. I should have deposited the scaffolding, that's okay. We have too much glass. Beryllium. I need some space. The basic beacons, unnecessary. And... Oh, sorry about that. I know everyone doesn't like wasting items. Okay, just like that. I'm sorry. It's for the good cause. It's a sacrifice to the greater evil. This, oh yeah, the robots are charged. Oh, hold on, I think I have a battery in the inventory, which for some reason is out of the. Yeah, we have an additional battery. So slow to charge. Actually, I like the idea of in Dyson Sphere program. You know that for those who have played, you can put your robot under special towers. And these are going to drain the base, the energy from the base, and transfer it into your suit. And I really like this idea. So basically, whenever you're in your grid, you're able to drain the power of your base to charge yourself and to use your suit, use your bots, and you don't have to drain your battery. I'm 99% sure there is a mode for that in Factorio as well, to charge your suit from the local grid. using maybe some like item interface. Oh, could be nice. K2 mod provides this with just like well turrets, I see. K2 mod. Don't need to go far to find one. That's really nice. Like K2 has so many options for quality of life. And let's call the builder train. Oh yeah, we wanted to go. Through the mall, but we're already there. So let's see what we are missing. Oh, okay. Let's go through the mall and take the chests at least. We need a bunch of chests. Hey, Tyrannosaurus, how are you doing? How are you doing today? K2 is your favorite pod pack? The sheer amount of quality of life. Not bad. Great. Are you gonna start streaming or stop? Have you stopped streaming? If you are gonna start streaming soon, then I don't have to think about where to send everyone, because I'm gonna be stopping shortly. Already streamed today? Oh, that's unfortunate. My win down and pass out time. Hey, nice of you to pass by. How's your space exploration playthrough? Where you're at now? I think you were more advanced than my base. Today we are finishing Bioscience 4. Just got material 2 done. Ah, nice. The final build. Material 2 is rocket science redone in orbital rail block. Nice. So material 2 and what about other ones? We did some smart circuits for the rocket automation, I'm guessing. Omnicrafter. Forgot to take the pulverizers. Omnicrafter. I'm not sure what it is. I have nothing. I have nothing. Oh yeah, I know the word, but in this context, I know the Omni mod, by the way. Machine for crafting everything, like basically the mall, right? My mall in orbit is mostly just 6 space manufacturers with. Oh, you went that route. 6 space manufacturers with crafting combinator circuitry. Okay, so but are you? Is it possible to change the recipe using the circuit network? I am not aware of that black magic. There's a mod for changing recipes with combis. Cool. Black magic requires crafting combinator mod. Cool. So you don't need to have the battery off. That's really cool. I ought to look into that. That basically makes you makes all this space unnecessary with smart circuitry. I like that. I like that. Pretty much had to use it because I like Omni smelters and industrial furnaces. Let you have more prods like these. They're already incredible with the 5 slots, and this mod improved them even further. I'm feeling a strong sense of desire. We don't have reds. Vanilla smelters don't use a recipe, but you can do it vanilla. You can do vanilla omni smelting, but with industrial you need a mod. Ah, some kind of, I see, some kind of bridge to handle the non-vanilla stuff for the mod. I see. So belts, pulverizers, and inserters. Belts, pulverizers, inserters. Got it. I see. So how many slots you get in industrial furnaces with this mod? For modules, I mean. It adds two combinators, one of which changes the recipe of the machine it's pointed at based on signal. I see, to make the black magic work. The mod doesn't change the furnaces, it just lets you change the recipe by circuitry. Ah, okay, I misunderstood. I thought you said it improves the smelters. Okay, it makes them work. I see. We're almost done with the last remaining resource for the Bioscience 4, and it's ready in a. It's gonna be done in a short moment. Pulverizers, and the last part was belts. Undergrounds are okay. Let's also activate this. The best you can do prod-wise without it is electrical furnaces. But you are only using these like dynamic recipes of the furnaces for the mole, right? You aren't using I'm guessing you aren't using them to smelt to have your smelter smelt dynamic plates, right? Or do you? Can you change one combinator and it sets both the recipe? It also requests chest requests. One more combinator for that called a recipe combinator. Makes sense. I'm using them to smelt about half the things that go into industrials. Smelt half the things. Separate from the mole. I need to play around with that to get the feeling of it, and the idea of what you can do with it. Oh, not enough pulver. No, it's fine. And the epoxy is done. The epoxy build is done. Oh, it needs productivity models. Hold on, that's an oopsie. But it requires something. It requires something which is not. Oh, and these chests need to have limitations. Okay. One little pro tip: if you're using crafting combinators with prod recipes, don't switch often or count the items and switch when the prod bar is 0. You lose the prod bonus when it swaps. Makes sense. Because if not, you could exploit it. You could make a cheap recipe, wait until prod bar is like 99%, and then switch the recipe to a more expensive one, get the bonus item, and switch back. So resetting is safer to avoid exploits. But nice tip. Now that you're on Bio 4, time to research the upgraded prod modules and start using them. I'm gonna research and build the factory for the tier 9 By the way, can we already do it? Tier 8 with a Bio 4. And Tier 9 requires the black one. We need black magic for that one. Oh, acid. Okay, so this side is now working as well. And we have epoxy. We have the last item, which was unnecessary. Why is oh? Because of the like bricks which were laying here, I'm guessing. Okay, the epoxy gets done, but we don't have enough. We don't have enough Vitamelange itself. All of them are trying to go to a supply here, and this is well. Yeah, we aren't supplying enough of Vitamelange. Oh, oh, oh. On green signal when fuel full. Are you putting? Yeah, putting green signal launch delayed. Why? What happened? What happened with the Vitamelange? The rocket is not arriving. Landing pad not empty. Yeah, it has to be that. But why is it not empty? Because scrap. What? Oh, missing belt. The most classical of the mistakes. A missing belt. Same issues as no, this one is an easy one. Just the missing belt in the evacuation of scrap. And I guess that's because of the rocket crash. The rocket has crashed there on the outpost, so it had collected all the scrap and sent it back to Nauvis, but on Nauvis the belt was not able to evacuate it. Is that personal drone thing part of base AC? Yep, this update your mods, and this is the jetpack mode. It's it's your basic jetpack mod which had a graphical update, and you can see now the character is no longer running on space. It has a flying animation, and you can do barrel rolls, although like horizontal barrel rolls. I like it. It looks cool. It looks cool. It makes more sense than running on the in the air. Sorry, this command doesn't work. How much epoxy do we have? You like the running man? You can still have it if you disable the jetpack, and if you try running on the empty space in space, you're still gonna have the walking animation. So the epoxy is gonna take some time to accumulate. So I think we are not gonna be able to have the everything done today. But let me take everything. Let me take all the epoxy which is here, and we can already configure all the automation for that. So whenever we have it, we get it, and we can use this initial epoxy to see if everything is working to bootstrap. The jetpack graphics don't make sense in space. If you use that much thrust, you would fly out of control. True, true. This thrust is supposed to counteract the gravity, but in space it doesn't make much sense. Especially if you've played KSP. Oh man. I have abandoned this game after like 10 hours, I think. Not much, 5 to 10 hours. I didn't have the patience to to do physics. I like physics, but for some reason, maybe it's the weird graphics that. Not sure why. Not sure why I couldn't enjoy too much of it. Let's configure the trains already, so they could be getting... Where is the... Oh, supply. Yeah, we need to rename the stations. So this is stacker 1 for the epoxy. For these two, and here is gonna be the requester for epoxy. Okay, good. And now we can set the train schedule. You are gonna go to the supply. Come on. The supply until you are full, then you're gonna come to this stacker, wait for 2 seconds of inactivity, and go to the requester until empty, and off you go. And you cannot find destination because, of course, they are all empty. Or space engineers. Try that one as well. KSP ruined 99% of shows with stuff that happens in space for me. I heard that the Interstellar movie had received. They have consulted, they have really consulted scientists and physicians about some details of their the science of the science fiction part of the movie. The science part has been carefully made, which is nice, I guess. Okay, let's go to space and plug in the epoxy. Drop all the Nauvis stuff. Good high praise. Heard that as well. Not much to nitpick. There, I think, in Interstellar, basically whatever. What we know has been established and has been used as a fact, and the fiction of the science fiction part is about things we can only speculate about, not exactly know for sure, like the extreme time dilation and stuff. No, don't give me logistics. Don't give me the hope. Let's put the modules here for the processing. Put the pipes. Can actually put these 2 pipes here. Have too much of them in the inventory. Too much modules as well. And let's plug in the rocket for the bioscience with epoxy. I mean, plug in, make a request for it. So the request is gonna be 470. I don't even need to be all perfect or anything, just sick of space is an ocean and things on that level. I see what you mean. Like the most obvious incoherences, right? But I guess depending on people and depending on how comfortable you are with like physics and concepts about this kind of stuff, is where people draw their limit, right? The limit to their patience and acceptance. The less you know, the happier you are watching the movies. I mean, in general, the less you know, the happier you are. But that goes for the movies as well. So how much? 470. Requesting epoxy. We don't know that we have it, but we can still set it up. So it's gonna come from here, it's gonna go there, it's gonna go there, and it's gonna go here. Cross the threshold and let the terrible truth worm its way into your mind. Nice imagery. Terrible, terrible worm. So this needs to go all the way up to the tier 4. Oh, and I have dropped all the buildings. And I had forgotten that some of them were there in order to be used for the tier 4. So one of these lanes, unfortunately, is on the same same as the fluid lane, which requires frequent undergrounds, which is okay, I guess. I just don't want to waste too much belts, so I'm trying to have them go as far as possible, which is a which is a weird concern, to be honest. Main bus space base. What? It's not a bus. It's not a bus. Where do you see a bus? It's a belt-based organization. But yeah, like it's kind of a mini flow of belts towards one side, one next to each other in a parallel fashion. I wouldn't call it a bus. It's a no bus playthrough. I mean, yeah, okay. It's a little it's the little brother. It's the bus's little brother. Minibus, yeah. Okay. So unfortunately, we cannot reach Bioscience 4 today. Oh no, and I have to be stopping. I have to be stopping. But we have everything. We have everything here. We just need to place the remaining buildings. We do have all of the intermediate products. Epoxy should be coming when there's enough input. And we can do this, belt it, and be done with Science Pack 4 in approximately 30 minutes next time. So thank you all for coming. It was lots of fun, as usual, as always. And see you next time. So, where do you have any suggestion of where you want to go? Gonna send you across the desert. Take care. Thanks, you too. Let's call it not a bus. Exactly. It's not a bus. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Happy to be streaming with such an amazing audience. Who is playing Space Exploration? People, right? In your stream title that you are playing SC, so it's easier for me to find you and raid you. There is chat-based Factorio, but I think it's not very interactive. I mean, despite its name, it's not there is not a person talking. Okay, K2 first time. Let's go there. Twitch in Doge. K2 first time. Okay, the ride is starting. And the title of the next stream is gonna be Can we finish the Bioscience 4 again? It has been the same title for a bit too long, but it's gonna be the last time. It's definitely gonna be done next time. Okay, thank you all again and see you. Bye bye.